Hello, my name is Hannah Mirza, and before I get started, I just wanted to quickly apologize for the lack of lighting and for my voice. I currently have a respiratory infection and I'm extremely sick. I have a fever right now, but I am already a little bit behind with this because I didn't have my computer when I was out of town, and now I'm sick, so I was like, I need to get this done, whether I'm sick or not. But yeah, so let's get started. Again, I'm Hannah Mirza. I am currently in the financial accounting class, and I'm going to be going over the CAT, or KAT, I don't really know how to pronounce it, manufacturing Tableau project that I created. This goes over all the sales revenues based on different categories and products all over the world. So let's get started. Basically, to go over the data set real quick, I really like Tableau because it's a great way to be able to organize everything. Uh-oh, I think I messed something up with this video. No, not draw. How do I get out of this? Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's just pretend that didn't happen. Okay, you can see me again. How do I move this? Okay, so the data source. So quickly I'll go over the data. This, as you can see, is sales by quarter, and it's the manufacturing data. You have two sets of data, the customers and the sales, which is also really cool because you can see how many people are buying what. Some of the fields are division, customer location, category. The two categories are, I believe, industrial and I think it's telecom something. Market, product line use, sales revenue, and the period. And that's the fields. And what I really like about this is you can see there's a number per customer amount. Division is where it is. Sales by quarter, I'm sorry. Sales by quarters in which division the sales are. It's separated into fours. Customer location is the country. Which category, there's a few different categories, what kind of market it's under, aerospace, research, etc. The product line, there's different kinds of products under this manufacturing company. The use, I think the most common to us as students is probably, actually I don't think anyone will really know, probably like marking or cutting, engraving. It's not really going to make any sense to us, but the period end date, and sales revenue, like I said. So it's really cool how you can see a little bit about everything. Going forward, excuse me, let me read this row, show the interactive dashboard. Okay, awesome. So let's move forward to revenue by year. Oh my gosh, it keeps doing this. How do I get over here? Let's do this. So now this is all the sale revenue according to the year. So as you can see, the y-axis is sale revenue, and it's by the millions, by 5 millions, and it shows the period and then the actual sales. So 2019, under 2019, you could see it's over 25 million sales, and it exponentially increases. So by the end of 2021, it got to 43 million. That is almost 20 million advance in sales. And going forward, move this over again. What's cool about this I love is how it's separated by the year, and then it also shows the periods. So it's by the quarter and the periods. And again, you can kind of see how the numbers go up. So the y-axis is from 0 to 10 million per quarter, but as you can see, the numbers stay higher up. So down here, it started at 5 million and it goes to 12 million. And then going forward from here, all right, we're going to have to scoop this up. Yeah, let's do that. Revenue by category. So this is the sales, what's doing significantly better, significantly worse within each category. So I thought it was really cool how this bubble graph shows, based on the size of the circle, it shows how many sales there are. So, for example, the category materials processing had significantly more than the least, which was medical. So as you can see, materials processing was 17 million, and the circle is really big, while medical is 1.2 million, and it's clearly significantly smaller, and then the two in between. So this is really cool for a company. For example, if I was working for the firm, I could say, hey, like clearly our revenue is coming mainly from materials processing, so we should keep going how we are for that. But for medical or even telecom, what are some things we can do to market this product better and advertise better so that we can up our revenues in these specific categories? Going forward, sorry, I'm so sick. Sales by product line is also really cool because this graph, you can see the lighter colors are like the least amount of sales per product, and the darker, bigger squares are the most amount of revenue per product. So as you can see, the low YT product line has the most sales out of the product line. So this DWDM transport it doesn't even have a million. It doesn't even have 500,000 or a quarter. So as you can see, it keeps going darker and darker and bigger squares, which is really cool. And then the top customer in sales is these are all the consumers that buy with us, the manufacturing company. And you can see that the Arizona company has 1.7 million sales with us, while Concord Sister has 0, AG, I don't really know what that's on there then. AG Montpelier Incorporated has 176,000. What this tells us is, one, we can assume that the Arizona company is a much bigger firm, which has a bigger set of customers within their firm compared to these numbers, which they obviously, if they have a smaller firm, they're not going to need to buy from a manufacturing company as much. Sales by division, which is by the country, is really fascinating to me because whether it's in 2019 or 2021, the difference in numbers, it stays same. It stays consistent within the division. So for example, you can see that the United States had a pretty big set between all the years, except Germany was higher the entire time except 2021. So there must have been something in the US where they started manufacturing from our company more, and Germany maybe with another, or their numbers stayed pretty consistent. US grew their market tons, clearly. And then you can see that, in Korea, it doesn't, they don't buy a lot from us. That means they could be buying their exports from somewhere else. Going forward, sales by division map is also really cool because it shows the exact country and how big the sales are. So as you can see, the US and Germany have the highest. Germany's 14 million, US is 9 million, while Russia, Korea is less than a million. So that's also really cool. And lastly, I really, really love the dashboard. It goes over so much, and it kind of gives us a gist of a little bit of everything. So everything we went over, we could kind of see in this dashboard. So like, for example, the product line. You can easily look at this dashboard, and as someone that works for them, I could say, all right, I want to see what product line is doing the best. I want to see how many sales we're getting per product line so I can know what I need to focus my attention more on. So I can immediately go to here, go, oh, well, the category of materials processing seems like it's doing the best, but within materials processing, what product? And you could see like the specific products, and then you could say, oh, okay, low YT has so many sales, what category is that from? And so forth. So I think this is really cool. And then I really love the division map because I can easily see where I need to focus my sales on more. But yeah, that's basically it. This was an amazing assignment. I think I learned a lot from it. But again, I apologize for my voice and my sickness, but let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.